The next order of the day is a special order of the day, which is a proclamation expressing appreciation to Annie Folger for outstanding public service on her retirement. And I've asked Councilmember Du Bois to read that resolution. And Annie, are you here somewhere?
There she is.
Oh, there you are. Why don't you come on up to the podium?
So Annie, I'll go ahead and read this proclamation. So expressing appreciation to Annie Folger for outstanding public service on her retirement. Whereas Annie Folger has served as founder, board member, associate director, and executive director of the Mid-Peninsula Community Media Center since the mid-1980s, opening the doors for business in January of 1990. And whereas during her 15-plus years as executive director, she oversaw many initiatives that benefited residents, including televising and archiving council and commission meetings and producing voter resources. And whereas Annie Folger supervised the purchase and building of a state-of-the-art facility, the Community Media Center with high-definition TV studio, providing a venue for individual expression, local issues, cultural exchange, arts appreciation, and civic engagement, and where hundreds of community members have produced local TV shows. And whereas during her tenure as executive director, the Media Center made major strides in numerous areas, including more than doubling its staff, its budget, and the number of cable TV channels and programs, becoming a Santa Clara County Green Certified building, and cultivating a thriving array of summer media camps for youth. And whereas, under her guidance, the Media Center developed many program initiatives, including youth sports broadcasting, the Made into America Immigration Stories Archive, the Zoom In Collaborative for documentary producers, an annual Greenlight Environmental Youth Video Festival, an annual Local Heroes Awards event, and garnering the 2012 Overall Excellence Award for Programming from the National Alliance for Community Media. And whereas Annie Folger defended and advocated for community access media in California and nationally as a Far West Region board member, where she participated in state government legislation negotiations and provided testimony to a congressional subcommittee. Now, therefore, Greg Scharf, Mayor of Palo Alto, on behalf of the City Council and the Cable Joint Powers Authority, do hereby commend Annie Folger for years of dedicated and outstanding service. And I'd just like to say a few words that, the importance of local media and having media skills and video, should not be underestimated. I think, the press is kind of the fourth estate of government, and local cable access plays a role in that. So I wanted to thank you. We definitely have a media center that we can be proud of. I hope you enjoy your retirement. I hope maybe you'll come back and produce a TV show. But thank you.
Thank you.
So
Mayor
we also...
Mayor Scharf and Vice Mayor Niss and City Council members, I would like to take just a moment to thank you for your support over the years. I'm usually pretty comfortable with public speaking, but this is a very emotional moment for me, so I have just a few notes. I promise to be brief, and I would like to make just a few comments if I could. Thank you. First of all, I'm really touched that you would take the time to acknowledge the work of the Media Center. It really means a great deal. And I wanted to point out that back on October 16th, 1989, from that corner of the room, there was a video booth, and I was in that booth operating the cameras so that the very first Palo Alto City Council meeting could go live on cable television. The Media Center had no staff. We had no office. We were trying to get our funding in order, and we had two founding board members. I was one of them operating the cameras that night. And it was really a wonderful experience, and I'm so glad to be here tonight to feel the importance of the work that we've been able to do with your help. It's a great honor to receive your recognition, and it's a responsibility that I've taken very seriously over the years. There are media centers all over the country that are struggling financially. Our media center has been so incredibly lucky, thanks to the Cable Co-op and the legacy grant that they put in place, the legacy fund, whose purpose was to fund our building and equipment in perpetuity throughout the years, and that has sustained us. We are very, very lucky for that. I would like to thank our board of directors, the wonderful staff, the dedicated volunteers and crew members, and especially the community organizations who've used the Media Center over the years. I'm overwhelmed by all of their support over the years and really pleased to see so many of them here tonight. I would like to ask them to stand and receive this recognition with me. I'm so proud of what we've built together, and I'm really excited for what the future has in store. Cable Co-op had a vision of two-way communication when they started up, and I'm so thrilled at the possibilities of us moving forward into the future and carrying on that vision. I see a day when our Media Center platform can be married to the emerging interactive technologies and presenting an interactive two-way citizen communication that will enliven our democracy at a time when we really need it and take citizen engagement to new heights. So I'm really excited about the future that all of these folks who are so talented and wonderful will be able to create in the future. So thank you so much for this honor.
Don't go anywhere. So we have a couple council members that wish to speak. We have a couple members or one member of the public, and then I need to give you the proclamation. So don't go anywhere.
Thank you.
Councilmember Holman.
Yes, Annie, I've known you for a good long time at this point, and just want to thank you personally for all the effort that you put into this, all the professionalism you've added to this, and for making Palo Alto's public meetings public. And for all the other access, I see Doug Kreitz in the back, and I know he teaches classes at the Media Center, and all of the access that you make available to people, youth, and which is referenced in the proclamation, but youth especially, making these kinds of facilities and this kind of learning ability and capabilities available to a broad range of Palo Altans. Really appreciate it. And Elliot has been with the Media Center, I think, for quite a long time now. So really appreciate his service as well. And so, you know, this kind of collection of good, strong people and dedicated people happens with good leadership. And I look to you as being the reason for a lot of this leadership coming together. So thank you very much for all your years of service.
Thank you.
Vice Mayor Niss.
So I don't know what the Nielsen ratings will be tonight, but I'm sure they'll be good. And, you know, commendations on the number of times, too, that you have arranged to have the campaign election results broadcast live, and what fun that was, and how great for the public. But I know that every time we meet, someone will say or text, you know, we're watching you, great to see what's going on. So it makes a huge difference. And you're right, other media centers struggle, and this one has really done well. And you're leaving it in good hands, is that right?
Very good hands.
Good. Thanks again from all of us. It makes a big difference.
Thank you.
Councilmember Fine.
Annie, we haven't met before, but I just want to thank you for me as a citizen here in Palo Alto. Sometimes we take for granted that all of this stuff is online and archived and we can see what's going on in our city government. That's not the case everywhere. So you really do a service to our city, and while we have quite a good turnout tonight, there are many more people who you've given access to, and you've made this room that much larger. So as our Vice Mayor mentioned, you know, we all get texts. Occasionally I get screen captures from my family telling me to fix my hair or something like that. But it really does make this room and this process much larger, and that makes us a healthier city. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now we have a member of the public. Let's let Jeff McMinnis come up and speak.
I swear this is not to take away attention from Annie. My name is Jeff McGinnis. I'm here with my daughter, Lucia. I'm a former member, I'm a former employee at the Media Center. I started there as an intern in 1999, learned to cut my chops doing videography and editing, and have grown up in the world. My wife is Lupita. She's currently an employee. And as you may have gathered, we met at the Media Center and ultimately brought along this little girl. So she's definitely very thankful for Annie and all the work she did. But in addition to all the good work she did, I just want to attest to what a good person she is and how much she's done to make us look up to her. I can't think of one real fault with Annie, and she's been there all along. She was even there as she married me and Lupita. It's true. And, we live in a time when we've elevated some of the worst aspects of humanity to our highest offices. And I'm just grateful that I have someone like Annie right here to say, Lucia, this is a person you can admire and emulate, and I really hope she does. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, thanks again, Annie, for all your service. And now we'll move on to agenda